Hi and welcome back to my channel Kissed by Starlight. I just wanted to bring through a few messages for you, and the first one we've got is Divine Will, Let Go of Fear. It's just a quick message today for whoever would like a message from the cosmic beings of light. And we've got Dark Night of the Soul, Life Brings New Meaning. And we've got the Cosmic Ancestors, Voice Your Concerns. And really what I'm getting from these cards today is the cosmic beings of light, the galactic beings of light, would like us to be in communication with them, to speak of the things that are troubling us to them, to bring our concerns, to voice to them where we are at, what's going on for us, how we're feeling, and to allow them to bring through their words of wisdom, their light, their codes, their activations, their rememberings for us, to spark that within us again, to allow us to remember that we already have that information, we already know that information. We're just being reminded of who we are, of where we are, and how to walk into our highest potential, our highest self, our highest remembering, our highest awareness. And for anybody that it feels that they're in the middle of a dark night of the soul, which really is, I don't really like that term, to be honest. It sounds quite dark and frightening, and really what it is just when we're thrown into, when life seemingly takes us into a place where things feel really sad or really empty or really dark, or where we're being called to awaken, to remember, where we're being brought into situations, circumstances, or with certain people to teach us how to come back to ourselves, how to come back to our true selves, to our cosmic galactic light, to our divine light, and whatever you believe that to be, whether you believe it to have those connections to the stars, or whether you believe us to have the connections to the angels, whoever your higher beings of light are, whoever it is that you look to for that divine guidance, for that light. Really, here we're being shown the two realities, really, and that is again brought through really quite clearly in this divine will. Let go of fear, know that life has a plan, know that, source has a plan. We are walking that plan. We're exactly where we're meant to be, no matter how dark it is. That darkness is bringing us back to the light. They're working together, even though it doesn't seem like that, doesn't feel like that. It can feel distressing, disturbing, upsetting, sad, full of grief, full of torture, full of torment, full of fear. And we're being asked to step out of that when we're ready, in our own time, and touch base, touch hands with that part of ourselves that remembers, that knows everything, that we are ultimately connected to the light. And can you see how there's a light figure touching the darker figure here in this card, and in this card there's a dark figure standing, receiving that light. In this card, the opposites, the polarity, the duality that exists side by side, the bringing one back to the other, the always and ultimately returning to that which is light, to returning to that which is divine, to that which is all encompassing. The sun is such a being of light. I mean, there is no greater than the sun. The sun is the power to magnetize everything, to alchemize every darkness, to bring everything back towards itself. Everything gravitates towards that light. Naturally, we do it naturally. When the sun shines, we want to move towards it. We go outside, we welcome it, we want to be in it. We feel better when we're in it. We still have to be careful of it. It can burn us. We have to have boundaries to respect it, the light. We have to work with the light to find how to do that, to come into balance, which is ultimately what we're trying to do, to come back into balance, to embrace the the shadow part of ourselves, if you'd like to call it that, the parts of ourselves that we don't like, that we're not comfortable with, the parts of ourselves which have experienced trauma and pain and sadness and wounding, we're coaxing them back into a place of balance, a place of acceptance, where we can look at them and say, I love you, even as you are, even within those things, and especially because of those things. I know what you've walked through in your life. I know what you've gone through, what's happened to you. And out of that happening, out of that circumstance, you are stronger, you are wiser, you are more forgiving, you are able to endure more, you are more resilient, stronger, and you are ultimately more awake, aware, and remembering of the divine being that you are. So today the message is, come back towards the light, let go of the fear, know there is a plan, walk towards that which is light, trust the journey, accept where you are, move towards God, the angels, the divine masters, the beings of pure light that are calling us into our own mastery, that are calling us to walk with love into a new way of being. And that is your message for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Please do like, share, subscribe. I'm very, very grateful for all of your love. Thank you.